Hi! Welcome back to my channel. Today, we'll be discussing The Guy Next Door's Just My Type by Yuita Honda. Now before I get into the video like I usually do, I do want to note that I have had a cold all week, and I still have it, so if I sound a bit weird or nasally, well, unfortunately that's because of that. I didn't want to put off the videos if I didn't have to, and I do feel well enough to record, so yeah. Again, apologies to those who think I sound weird, but bear with me. With that out of the way, just a warning, there will be spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled this manga, go ahead and click off now. No worries, I'll catch you next time. For those of you left behind, let's go over some content warnings. There may be references to overwork, slut-shaming, assault, rape, sex addiction, hacking, gossiping, blackmail and or sextortion, and violence, as these things do appear in the manga. But if that's all good with you, let's go and get started. Takanashi is a hard-working programmer. He's tired and worn out, but he's proud of what he does, and as long as he can get home and get a good night's sleep, he's okay with working as much as he does. Unfortunately, he lives next door to Playboy Akemi. Akemi being a playboy means he has a new girl at his house almost every night, and those women get loud, making it impossible for Takanashi to get a good night's sleep. The first time, Takanashi finds it funny. The second time, it's a bit annoying, but more impressive than anything else. By the 10th night or more, Takanashi is livid. After asking Akemi to keep it down, only for his request to be ignored, Takanashi realizes he has to take extreme action. So he goes over to Akemi's apartment, fully intending to put him in his place. To start with, the thing that sold me on this title is the art. I follow Renta on Twitter, aka X, which hurts my wallet most days, but I've found many of my favorites through their posts, and they're one of my favorite platforms for a reason. They posted this one. I saw the art and was in. It doesn't disappoint on the art front. It's very clean, and I liked both of the character designs. The bottom Akemi is very expressive, and that can be pretty inconsistent, especially during smut scenes, but it never looks bad. If you need good art, this is a win on that front. Unfortunately, as much as I like the art, the story isn't the best. It's your standard whirlwind that these short-form single-volume manga have, which isn't necessarily bad within itself. However, the way this achieves that result is rough. This starts with rape, which is also not as rare in these titles as we might want to assume, and that's Takanashi's solution to his playboy neighbor problem. It's not really planned that we can see, and how he jumped to recorded rape for blackmail as his first response is wild to me. I don't read BL for the logic, but this was just out of nowhere, and it was hard to suspend my disbelief. It seems I've gotten in the habit of writing my own imagined fanfic in these reviews for what I wish had taken place in the things I've read, and this will be no different. What I think would have been more successful narratively would have been if Takanashi went over there every time he had a girl over, like he did for the one we're shown, and just scare them off pretending to be Akemi's boyfriend. Then, based on Akemi's personality, he would eventually try to scare off Takanashi by flirting with him, thinking it would scare off Takanashi, only to encourage him into actually pursuing him. I think this would make more sense and help develop who they are as individual characters. The way the story is currently is actually backwards. It starts with rape, and then Takanashi spends the rest of the volume trying to ingratiate himself to Akemi by hanging around, cooking for him, and the like. It takes so much more to create reasonable chemistry after that I don't think it was successful by the end. There's a bonus chapter available on Renta that has so much more personality and humor than any of the rest of the story, which is really unfortunate. It shows how much more development and characterization could have been had in the main story that just wasn't there. As much as I enjoyed the bonus, it only emphasized how disappointing the main story was and showed how little chemistry this pair really had. With all that being said, this was a disappointment. When I saw the art, I was pumped. Then when I saw that it was a neighbor setup, I was even more excited. Then we end up with nonsensical revenge with a ton of forced chemistry for a pair that just don't feel like they belong together. I think this would have been more successful as just a straight up mind break style story and throw out the attempt at romance, or spend more time on the pair growing from this wacky neighborly hate into a pair who love each other. This one is just a miss. So, have you read The Guy Next Door is Just My Type? If so, what do you think? Do you agree with my assessment? Do you not? Let me know in comment below. Otherwise, I'll catch you next time. Bye!